Emotional disturbance refers to a number of different but related social emotional disabilities. Individuals classified as emotionally disturbed exhibit a number of characteristics including the following: an inability to exhibit appropriate behavior under ordinary circumstances, an inability to maintain relationships with peers or teachers, an inappropriate affect such as depression or anxiety, an inappropriate manifestation of physical symptoms or fears in response to school or other personal difficulties. Students classified as having emotional disturbance or behavior disorders represent 0.72 of 1% of the school population. However, prevalent studies have suggested that the actual percentage may be much higher. Boys outnumber girls in this category about 3.5 to 1. Individuals classified as emotionally disturbed represent a range of severity, and the disability itself may be temporary or permanent. Specific emotional disturbance areas include childhood schizophrenia, selective mutism or failure to speak in selected circumstances, serious aggressive or acting out behavior, conduct disorders, inappropriate affect disorders such as depression, social withdrawal, psychosomatic disorders, anxiety disorders, self-mutilating behavior, and excessive fears or phobias. Most emotional disturbances have no known cause. However, possible causes include biological, family, school, and cultural factors. Research has shown that students may function 2 or 3 more years below grade level in reading, math, writing, and spelling. Students with emotional disturbance are at risk for dropping out of school, thus hindering their future life possibilities. However, some students with emotional or behavioral disabilities attain average or even above average academic achievement. As educators, there are many things we can do to prepare our classes for students with emotional disabilities. We must model tolerance and acceptance of these students to the rest of the class. It is also helpful if we provide opportunities for students with emotional disorders to assume class responsibilities, such as distributing papers, setting up tables or labs, or taking care of school or livestock or equipment. It is also best to teach the other students to ignore inappropriate behaviors. Rewarding good behavior and teaching those students with these disorders the right and wrong way to react to a situation helps them to see the benefit of following the classroom rules. One symptom I came across in my research that I had never thought about was the student that had fears and anxieties associated with animals, water, or getting dirty. In an agricultural setting, there are many opportunities for all of these things to happen. By communicating with the student and his or her parents, we can become aware of these fears and modify our lessons for that student so that the fear may be avoided. Because we are teaching agricultural and vocational courses to these students, we must remember that we are probably the teachers that will make the most difference in their lives. We must make the classroom a safe place for them to learn. We must be tolerant yet firm. We must teach them how to properly handle their emotions and reactions to certain situations, and we must work diligently to teach them the skills that they will take into the workforce.